great lesson on literature exchange.
There is textbook China, and then there is the true China.
To be an ambassador of the culture here and to be a bridge.
It is really to foster the friendship and exchange and the bond and the link.
The third stop of the Global Young Leaders Dialogue Program China Tour has come to Sichuan Province, and this is the Business and Innovation Center for China-Europe Cooperation in Chengdu City.
My impression of Chengdu is it's a mix of modernity, but also a lot of warmth.
One more thing about Chengdu is that it's a very modern city with a lot of culture, with a lot of nature, with a lot of signs of a very rich heritage. And that combination is not unique to Chengdu, but it's definitely a different blend.
Today we have come to the Yingxiu town, which is about 2 hours car ride away from Chengdu City. This is the epicenter of the May 12th earthquake in 2008. And we are visiting the Wenchuan Earthquake Memorial Museum and the Xuankou Middle School, and also paying tribute to the deceased.
It was especially touching to see how people reacted to that. Many people decided to help, to do something, to reconstruct, to assist those victims and their families. This is an inspiring story, and we must keep in mind that we can, together, do many great things.
Here is Mount Qingshan, an important part of the Taoism in China. So today, young professionals will enjoy the beautiful mountain scenery and get an insight into the idea of harmonious coexistence between man and nature.
I think that I have my favorite one. It is a Taoism temple. And I was so impressed by how ancient artifacts that are still there.
It lets you achieve your goals without necessarily hurting the oppressor. And I think it is important that in this world where the world is becoming more aggressive, we need to find innovative ways of achieving our targets without causing unnecessary harm to the people around us.
I think it was Mr. Wong's speech, like when he put everything in place based on the idea of this whole meeting, because that's when I understood all the tours, you know, like when we visit the school, when we visit the museum, when we saw what was the channel's construction, which is impressive, 2,003 years ago, how they built the island for the irrigation system.
Behind me are two replicas of the famous bronze mags of the Sanxingdui ruin site in Sichuan Province. Well, today we have come to the Sanxingdui Museum. Recently, some new discoveries have been made here.
I'm not a big fan of history itself, but when I combine history and culture, I'm very interested. It doesn't only cover history, it actually covers a lot of more things, like how the people lived, what they thought, what might have been their way of life. So I think these kind of things really interest me.
The other thing that I was impressed is that the Ulanye, the factory, I am Russian and I know that, you know, all you think that Russian can drink, but I realized that it was so strong and the flavor was so strong. I tried it and I feel like I'm burning inside.
Seeing the bambas and today the bamboo forest, I really felt like in the ancient China, I don't know, because living so long in a big city, I tend to, you know, be disconnected with these things. We tend to forget that China is not only that, it's not only the big cities, but there is more.
We emphasize shared value for duality. The D, there are three meanings. First one is the dialogue. We emphasize dialogue a lot. And secondly, RD, it means diversity. have the diversified members from different countries, different sectors, with different background. The third meaning is that the diplomacy. We believe the people in GLOBALink members, they are from different countries. We think internationalized our members is quite important.
And I think what we are seeing in this trip is how can we gather global intelligence and wisdom from all over the world to build and maintain that relationship between human and nature.
I can say the most impressive thing that not only exchange points of view with foreigners, but in the same time we can exchange our point of views with Chinese people.
If you ask me one takeaway from this, I think the fact that we are now beginning a true people-to-people connection, it's a giant step we are taking in the direction of globalization.
And no matter what theories you use, international relations theories or economic theories that you want to use to explain China or explain Brazil or whichever other country, it's not until we connect with our human nature as human beings that we will be able to understand each other.
让多元文化背景下的这么一些国际青年领袖加入到行走中国、感知中国、体验中国进程中来，通过他们的亲身实践体验咱们社会主义中国在新时代我们改革发展创新的新成绩。
And so I think they are really probably can be ambassadors, can be messengers, can be promoters, and also can be exchangers between China and outside world. We hope this program will be continued as a platform and will continue to have its life and have its attraction, have its brand, and have its vitality, and become magnetic to really attract young people, young leaders from all over the world. China is in need of that, and also the world is in need of that.